Go ahead, bro.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Matt from Code.
What's up? What's up? It's Ivory from Brucko.
Hey, what's going on, man? Sorry, I'm at the office right now. That's why you see all the little forklift in the back, the back of me, man. So it's kind of getting ready for the July 4th weekend, man. What you got up for the weekend?
Yo, it is July 4th weekend. I forgot all about that. Man, I'm looking forward to the hot dogs, the fireworks, family time. I'm looking forward. It's a great time to be in the city, bro. It's gonna be pretty fun.
Yeah, yeah. No, I hear you, bro. I hear you. In today's video, man, we're gonna talk about how to negotiate like a boss, and none of that corny stuff like go in there, man, and demand what you want. No, like this is real negotiations for real people trying to do real things. I sound like some judge shows, man. Real people, real stories, real. You know what they say, bro?
Real results.
Real results. Judge Joe
Yeah.
Brown, like doom doom. Like no, man. Like this is real negotiations, man. So how to negotiate like a boss, man. So and honestly, a lot of this has to do with like, Ivory's always talking about how to negotiate, man. What's the saying you always have?
Man, you don't get what you deserve. You get only what you negotiate. And
So
that's so important. No, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
no, so what do you mean by that?
Well, you hear all the time. You hear people say, I deserve a raise and I deserve to be treated better or I deserve to be happy. And you hear it all the time. But what you don't hear is that you have to negotiate that because it's just a humans, it's innate in us for us to lowball people. Like, let's just keep it real. It's just in us to like try to have our own self-interest at heart. But you have to teach people how to treat you, as your grandma would say, Matt. You have to teach
Oh
people
yeah,
how
she
to
was
treat you,
yeah.
and that's part of doing that is having a negotiative standard to say, hey, this is my standard. So I think when you're negotiating, you should negotiate from a position of strength, and that's having some type of standard.
No, no, man, no, you're right, man. Shout out to my grandma, man. She's no longer with us, but yeah, she always say, make sure you gotta make sure you gotta teach people how to treat you. So shout out to that. No, but you're absolutely right, Ivory. And in this video, man, we're gonna kind of break it down to three different things. First is we're gonna talk about skills and abilities, right? So you can't negotiate for something that you don't have the qualification to negotiate for. I mean that's basics, How to negotiate in good faith. I mean, we've both been in negotiations with people or talking to different people who don't negotiate in good faith. They hide information, they don't disclose certain things, and they don't even sometimes lie about their abilities. And I know you always talk about this, Ivory, how to create win-wins. So I think
Yeah.
those are the three topics that we're going to talk about. And I think the first one we can start off right now, man. Skills and abilities. So, when you hear skills and abilities, Ivory, what do you think about?
One word: value. Value, value,
Mhm.
value. When I hear skills and ability, I'm thinking value. And value equates to leverage. When you have value, you can have leverage. And when you have leverage, that gives you a strong negotiation position. And so for me, I think, in terms of skills, let's say I always like to equate it to work because most people can understand that. You're at
Mhm.
work. Let's say you are the person who's really good at, I don't know, closing sales. You have a sales job. You're really good at closing the deal.
Mhm.
And the other people that you have on the team, on the sales team, let's just say they're pretty average. They don't really close as well as you do. That alone, you have a skill and ability that makes you different from those people. So you have more value. If you have more value, guess what? You have more leverage. So now you can ask for different things that those people may not be able to ask for because you have the skill and ability to close. So that's one of the things I always think about when it comes to skill and ability. I equate it to value, and value equals leverage in the negotiation.
See, when I think about skills and abilities as well, too, I mean, it goes back to what you're saying, value, your value, what do you bring to the table? That may be as simple as your past experience, some of the stuff you've done in the past, your certifications. I always talk about getting your certifications up, get your certifications, your track record. Those are things that, education level, all those kind of things, man, are going to be extremely important for skills and abilities. Because one thing I see a lot, man, and even the work I do, I've hired people before, both on the contractual side and also brought people into the organization. You know, a lot of people overinflate their skills, and sometimes when their skills and abilities aren't up to par, you don't even look their way. You know, so don't tell me, you know carpentry, man. Ain't nothing in your background say that, man. You know, you just been doing it for a few months. Like, nah, man, I can't trust you. So I mean, skills and abilities, man, extremely, extremely important. Now, I know this is a good one. Like, I know you always talk about this, negotiating good faith. And I'll just say this part too, Ivory. Like, I think a lot of times when people think of negotiations, they think they're gonna go in and just demand everything that they want and hide
Hmm.
information. And when everybody does that, then nobody really can like really get ahead. And that's just really, I think it sets a bad tone. But what's your thoughts about negotiating good faith?
Yeah, I want to go back to what you said first, and then I'll answer the question. Skills and ability, like in order to determine that on your resume, is through your results, right? And that's why me and Matt, we're big people. We believe in being public, right? Having a public track record that you can display to people, and we like to do that through LinkedIn, right? Having a LinkedIn page where you can like display your victories, your results, the things that make you who you are and how you do and what you do, and people can see the results. That's what's going to determine, like, wow, okay, this person really is valuable. He closed X amount of deals. He did X amount of sales, and he built this company. He did this, so people can see that track record, and that's going to help build that leverage and that value, and that's going to help you in your negotiations. And so,
Nah,
and to answer, oh, go ahead.
no, go ahead, man.
And to answer the question, what you were saying is I see this a lot. You see this a lot in politics too. You see this I win, you lose thing. And guess who actually really lose? It's the country. So you got Democrats versus Republicans, and they both going head to head, at each other. It's like, okay, if the Republicans win, they like I win and the Democrats lose, but actually the whole country loses, right? And so I like to look at it from a different perspective. I'm not trying to crush you. If I'm not trying to crush you in negotiation, I'm not trying to get everything all my way, because that's just not realistic. It's
Mhm.
really about figuring out, what do you want? If I know what you want in the negotiation, and I know what I want, and I already know I come to the negotiation with my 3 or 4 things I know that I want, and I know what you want, then we can kind of carve out and have a conversation around what we want. And I'm thinking in my mind, okay, how can I help you get what you want so I can get what I want? And I know that's a different kind of thinking, Matt, because a
Yeah.
lot of people think that I'm about to come in and I'm about to just try to take. I'm about, man, I'm about to make him a sucker, man. I got what I wanted from this, and that's just not how it works, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like you see guys do
Uh,
it. You see guys doing it dating, bro. You see guys like, man, you know what? Man, I'm gonna spend a little bit of money on her, man. I'm about to try to get lucky tonight. And I just don't think that's a good strategy, bro. The best
uh,
strategy to me is to give her what she want, right? If she's like, you know what, I just want to have a good time, then you create a really good experience. Okay, so she want a good experience. You create that experience, right? And then you may get what you want in return. But if you like, hey man, I'm gonna take you to this place and we're gonna do a Netflix and chill, you're not negotiating from a position of a win-win. Give her what she want, and you'll most likely get what you want. That's all I'm saying.
and then with that, man, we might as well transition to the last part, which is creating win-wins, right? So I know you talked about that a little bit, right? So just kind of creating a situation where both parties feel like they got at least most of what they wanted from negotiations. Any further thoughts you had about that?
Yeah. I think that's important because no one wants to feel like a sucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Don't
yeah,
nobody want to feel like you got one over on me. Because when you make people feel like, man, I got one over on him. Now I got him over there, man. Nobody will do business with you. Nobody will work with you. That's just the way it is. Nobody want to feel like a sucker. So if you can give people a deliverable where they can go back to their people and say, hey man, you know what? We got the X, Y, Z, this, they got ABC, we got X, Y, Z, then you can make it
yeah,
work. And I like to use the analogy of a pizza, right? If you and your wife are ordering a pizza and she like, I want anchovies and pepperoni, and you like, you know what? I don't really care about the toppings, but I like the crust. And I want my
yeah,
crust flavored a certain way. So you might say, you know what? Okay, you can have your anchovies and the toppings you want, but the crust is off limits. I want the crust for myself.
yeah,
And then we're gonna do half and half. Deal? Right? You can actually make that work because you know what she wants, she knows what you want, and then you can kind of create that center line and get what you want. So I think it's creating those win-wins. That's the actual way to go about it. I think that's the most effective strategy.
Yeah, yeah. And just to kind of recap, man, like we talked about skills and abilities, getting your skills and abilities up, negotiating in good faith, and then creating win-wins. And just in closing for me, I think like I always said, I think it always starts with getting your skills and abilities up first. So it starts with you first. And then once you kind of get yourself to a certain point, then I think you can negotiate. Even if you're dealing with somebody who's negotiating in bad faith, you can always withdraw and just find somebody someplace else to go. For whatever you're looking for, right? What's your closing thoughts, Ivan?
Well, I would just say, hey, when you have the skills and ability, you negotiate in good faith and you create win-wins, what you can do a lot of times is you can walk away from bad deals. You can actually walk away from bad deals that don't serve you. I've done it plenty of times in my life. I've walked away from whether it's a salary negotiation, a relationship, a contract dispute, apartments, whatever it is. I can be able to say, hey, with those three things, this is my ask. This is what I want out of negotiation. And if it don't pan out, I can walk away. And it's power in walking away, because generally when you walk away, that shows indifference. And if you're indifferent to the outcome, then people are more willing to like say, okay, he can walk away. So and that put pressure on them to actually come back to the negotiation table and kind of meet your demands. So that's one thing. Another thing is just being indifferent to the outcome of the negotiation as well.
No, those are all good points. And I'll say, if you like this video, make sure you share, like, and subscribe to the channel. So we really appreciate you. And have a good July 4th weekend, everybody.
Yeah, thank you guys for your support. Thank you for rocking with us. We appreciate you guys so much. As Matt said, hey, continue to share, like this video, subscribe to our channel. And, we're going to have some dope content coming down the pipeline. And let us know. I mean, let us know what you guys want us to talk about. We are here to create this channel for you guys. We are here to make this channel as best as we can. And if you guys send if you comment below on this video and just tell us what you want to the next subject to be about, and we'll kind of chime in on it and have a conversation, and we'll go from there.
Take care, everybody.
Peace.